So stand up nice and tall, feet underneath your hips, so you've got a strong base, sort of Pilates stance, or a bit wider if you want to. Let's start with the neck as usual. So arms nice and low, shoulders back and down, and looking from side to side over each shoulder. Squeeze your tummy muscles on, squeeze your bum cheeks, and squeeze your thighs. And then we're going to come over to the side where we started. Bring the fingertips to the jawbone and pull your head around a little bit to pull it a bit further over to this side. Just your music now. And then slowly release, take your head around to the other side, and same again, use the fingertips, bring the jaw around and hold and breathe. Keep squeezing tummy muscles, thighs and bum. And then back to center, good. Now chin to chest, head to the rear, relax that jaw, nice big range of movement. And then back to center and ear to shoulder. So feeling that stretching and lengthening down the side of your neck, that tension releasing. And then make yourself even. Coming back over to the first side, bring your fingertips to the side of your head and just pull it over a little bit further. Keep breathing. We're holding for about 15 seconds. And then over to the other side, same again. And back to center, lovely. Chin to chest, head to the rear. Again, relaxing the jaw, shoulders stay back and down. And then over to one side, drawing those semicircles from shoulder to shoulder, side to side. Keep squeezing thighs, bum and tummy. And last couple, make sure you end where you started these. And then bring your head back to the middle. Chin to the chest, and then we're taking those half circles out on one side. Bringing it back in, and then changing over to the other side. So just nice, slow and controlled, big range of movement. Feeling that neck lengthening, shoulders stretching, and any tension releasing. Make yourself even, then take your head to the rear. And let's go for the full circles now, all the way around. And all the way back. Same again, take it out. And back in. And one more each way. Nice and big, nice and slow. And back in. And back to center. Let your eyes reset. Roll those shoulders forward and back. Perfect. Okay, let's go for a big march. So we're bringing the knees up to the front, almost like a slow motion high knee. So we're coming up 90 degrees and changing sides. We can bring the arms into it. You can add a little bit of pace if you feel able, and keep those tummy muscles engaged, your shoulders back and your arms nice and low. So big range of movement, nice high knees, feeling the hip flexors waking up, feeling those muscles in the thighs starting to work a little bit, but not too strenuous, and maybe a little bit of lungs, but not too much. Make yourself even, then hands on your bum cheeks and squeeze the legs to the rear. Try not to bend your back, just squeeze that bum cheek, switch it on, and then release. So head up, oops, splinter, neck in line with the spine, stand tall. And then bring it back to the middle, nice pedal, release. And then we're taking the arms up nice and high, so it's almost like a bit of a Pilates combo. Chin's going to come to chest, hands coming over, and we're lengthening those hamstrings, stretching down the back of the legs, up into the bum, feet stay flat on the floor. Hold that position, shake off the shoulders, and then slowly slide up. Pull the shoulders back, reach up to the sky, extend your spine to the rear, and take it back down one more time. Try and get a bit closer to the floor, hold the stretch, feel that lengthening down the back of the legs, and slow peel up. Pull the shoulders back, reach up, extend and release. Quick roll out for the pelvis. And then standing nice and tall, we're going to start to wake up the hip muscles. So standing on one leg, we're going to take the toe to the front, or the leg to the front, and we're going to point the toes, or point the big toe, and draw a big circle all the way around, trying to hold on to that center of gravity, and then take it back round again. Then changing onto the other leg, same again. So the leg comes out to the front, just find your balance, big circle round, squeeze that core, big circle back. Let's keep changing legs with those for a few. So nice and big, all the way around to the back, and then all the way back round to the front. Keep your core engaged, stand lovely and tall, and just finding your balance on that leg that's on the floor. Perfect. One more each side. So nice and big, nice and controlled, not too aggressive. Same on the other side. Whoops-a-daisy. And then back to center. Squeeze on that core again, pedal the legs out for a reset. And we're going to come up into a pec deck position and the knee for opening the gate. So we'll do 5 this time. So take it out to the side, bring it into the middle. 2, squeeze that core, stand tall. 3, 4, and 5. Bring it back to center, lower it down, change onto the other side. This is definitely my wobbly side today. So opening for 1 and close. 2, squeeze that core. 3, 4, and 5. Bring it to the middle, take it down, pedal out those legs. So we should have woken up the inner thigh as well as the outer thigh now. Then we're going to bring it down to the mat. So come into your end of your mat, hands on the thighs, chin on the chest, slide down. It's going into a bit of a Pilates theme session here. And then control it down, stretch off those tummy muscles, and then roll back, lengthening that spine into the child's pose. Let's flip over onto our backs and make the abdominals start to wake up. So back flat on the mat, arms and legs in the air. We're going to start with our dead bugs just to start warming through these abs a little bit more. So we're extending opposite arm, opposite leg, lengthening away, squeezing that core, pressing the back into the floor. Once you've done a few, if you feel like you're warm enough, you can go into a more challenging progression if you want to. So nice long extensions, squeezing the tummy muscles. Keep breathing, keep correcting the posture if things start to slip. Feeling that work through those abs and holding the belly button in towards your spine. That's good. Bring back to the center when you're even and squeeze those knees. Give the back a roll. We're going to pop our feet together then, but we're coming up into a frog leg position. So soles of the feet are together, all flat on the mat with wide knees. It's up to you which you prefer. So my soles of the feet are together and I'm on the outside edge of the foot. If that doesn't work for you, put the feet flat but keep the knees wide. Hands to the side of the body. And we're going to scoop, lift and roll those hips up. So we're feeling the inner thighs squeezing, we're feeling the glutes work, and we're engaging the abs. From there, I want you to pump for 10. So we're dropping a little bit, squeezing back up. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep it controlled. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, squeeze those glutes, squeeze your tummy. Hold that position, keep those knees wide, and then fighting gravity, control it back down. Bring those knees back up, push them away with the heel of the hand, and back into those dead bugs where we were. So nice long reaches, extending out away from the body, squeezing that core, long legs. You can flex the heels if you prefer. You can alternate between the two if you want to, with the heels and toes. Keeping that back pressed into that mat, keep it long. Make yourself even. Come back to center, and then we're going to curtsy. So you can tap the opposite foot behind the opposite bum cheek, and to upgrade your curtsy, bring the arms into it like I have. So tapping the opposite arm above the opposite shoulder. So we're now feeling those abs working in a little bit of a different way, working those abdominal slings and making it hard to talk. Keep breathing, keep tapping, keep squeezing those tummy muscles. Make yourself even, then come back to center, squeeze those knees, roll out your back. And this time, we're going back to frog legs. So knees wide, feet together, and scoop, lift, and roll those hips to the top. Squeeze your bum cheeks, and then we're pumping for 10. So 10, 9, 8, squeeze those glutes tighter. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, and take as long as you can to get back down. So roll that pelvis, squeeze the tummy muscles, and just take your time. Bring it back to the center, let your knees go wider for a bit of a release, and then squeeze your knees to chest. If you're disappearing off the mat, feel free to just adjust. Then we're taking the feet down, and we're going to go into a crunch. So we're going to bring the legs up, and we're going to reach for the toes. So we're squeezing the chest closer to the hips, but with arms up, shoulders up, and legs up. So when you're ready, off you go. If you want to make this one harder, instead of taking the feet to the mat, you can extend those legs away like so. If it's too much, go back to the floor tap and just squeeze in, up and down. Pick a spot on the ceiling, look at it all the way through. Try and keep that neck nice and relaxed, and keep the work through the chest, or the chest lifting to keep the abs working and not straining your neck and your shoulders. Exhale up, inhale down, nice work. Keep breathing and keep squeezing. Tap further away if you're in between the two taps. If the leg extension is too hard and this one's too easy, tap your feet a little bit further away from the body. Last few reps. And hold it there. Squeeze those knees, relax your neck, and roll out that back. Well done. Okay, let's roll onto our bellies this time. So, swim legs, we've got a choice. Head rest on the hands, and then we can lift the leg and squeeze the bum cheek one by one, or we can bring the legs off the floor and kick the toes and work the glutes that way. We've got our 4 feet positions. So we've got toes pointed, heels flexed, toes out, toes in. So relax your head down, neck in line with the spine. Point those toes to start with, and just start kicking those legs. Try and lift that leg from as high up the thigh as you can. The lungs are going to work, the bum is going to work, the hamstrings are going to squeeze, and the lower back is going to work. So keep breathing, keep kicking, and keep squeezing those bum cheeks on. Flex those heels now. The range of movement shrinks, the exercise gets a little bit trickier. And then your toes come in. Keep pumping, keep kicking. Toes go out, try and keep that range of movement. Lift those legs higher, try not to bend those knees. And relax. Roll back to child's pose, lengthen the spine, open the shoulders, and breathe. Okay, let's pop onto all fours this time. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Nice, strong, solid base. And then we're going to take a tabletop. So we're extending our arms and legs away from the body. Toes can be dug in for extra stability. And we're taking it away and bringing it back in. You can stay on one side, or you can change sides. So let's go on to the other side, same again. So do about 5 to start with, just as kind of a warm up again for these specific muscles. Nose points to the floor, neck stays in line with the spine. Quick child's pose when you think you've done about 5 each side. And then let's make it a bit trickier. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Left arm, right leg extends, hold the position. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your tummy, and keep it there. Let's have the clock face. So we're going from 12 and 6 to 11 and 5. Feeling that balance already starting to shift. 10 and 4. And then as close to 3 and 9 as we can. Bringing it back to 10 and 4, 11 and 5, 12 and 6. Change sides, same again. Right arm, left leg this time. 12 and 6 on the clock. Squeeze that bum cheek. Taking it to 1 and 7. Keep the leg in line with the body. Squeeze that core, keep the back flat. 2 and 8. Hold, breathe and squeeze. Elbow stay soft to the side. Close to 3 and 9 as you can get. And then back to 2 and 8. 1 and 7. 12 and 6. Back to center, left arm, right leg. Nice long line. This time you've got a choice. You can take it slowly, 1 step at a time, or you can go straight out to the side. Let's go for 5. So out for 1 and bringing it back in. It's up to you if it's slow or fast. Out for 2. Squeeze that core. Bring it back to the middle. 3. And 4. Feeling the muscles in the abs working all over the place. And 5. Bring it back to center, take it down, quick child's pose. And then same again on the other side. So right arm, left leg, toes dug in. Extend them away, point the fingers, point the toes. And we're taking them as far around as we can to 3 and 9. We're holding that position and then bringing it back to 12 and 6. Don't worry if, like me, your leg's going nowhere near 9 o'clock. Back out. This is number 2. And back in. 3. Keep breathing. 4. Nose points to the floor, neck in line with the spine. Last one is 5. Bring it back in. Relax and stretch. Perfect. Let's pop back into plank. Walk it in, grab a quick drink, and then we're going to go back to those standing ones. So extend your spine to the rear, take a quick release, and take on some fluids. Keep your legs moving. So that's the ones we did at the start this time. So stand nice and tall. Transferring the weight onto one leg. We're pointing the toe to the front. This time we're going to try and do 6 on each side. So 1 out, 1 back. In fact, let's make it 5 because I was thinking of an even number. Let's make it 5. So we'll do 10 movements, but 5 in each direction. So hands on the hips, shoulders back and down. You might want to start on that weaker side if you know which one that is. Point the toe and take it round for 1 and back in for that same 1. You can touch on whenever you need to. Back out for 2 and then back in. Nice big range of movement. Try and keep the leg long. 3 and 3 back in. Squeeze those tummy muscles. 4. Try not to shrink your circle. And 5. All the way out and all the way back in. Well done. Changing onto the other leg exactly so it was easier than I thought. I was a bit worried then. Legs to the front, big circle out. Try not to let the whole body go with it. Bring it back in. Squeeze that core. 2. Back in. And 3. Good. Well done. 3 comes back in. Then we go on to 4. Leg long, point those toes. Bring 4 back to the center. And take 5 out. Bring 5 back in. And pedal out those legs. Let's have a release before we go back into the pec deck. So, again, your choice which leg first. I'm going to lift this one first because it was the one that moved first on those ones. So we're resting the one we've just worked, if that works for you. So pec deck arms, knee drop leg, out to the side. Let's stick with 5. Might make it up to 10. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoops, a daisy. Bring it in, take it down. Same side again if you want to. 1, squeeze that core. I'm regretting it. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring it back into the middle. You're putting me to shame today. And then onto the other leg. So 5 with a stop in the middle and another 5. This is a strong leg. Hopefully we'll do better. 1, squeeze your tummy. 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. Bring it in, release if you need to. Back up. 1, 2, squeeze those tummy muscles. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring it back to the middle, release, shake it off. While we're up here, let's pop some calf raises in. So it's your choice if you want to bring the feet together to make a nice wobbly base, or if you want to make it even more unstable by bringing one leg out of the way. Let's just keep it simple and go for 10s. So 2 legs together, and it'll be 2 sets of 10, or 1 leg at a time, and it'll be 10 on each leg. So squeezing up to the top, watch that center of gravity. If you can't do it, 2 legs is fine. I'll be doing that as well in a minute. So this is 3. Can stabilize whenever you need to with that supporting leg. 4, 5, find that center of gravity. 6, 7, mine are a little bit quicker than I'd like. 8, 9, very unbalanced, and 10. Then changing onto the other leg, same again. So 1, 2, as controlled as you can. 3, squeeze your tummy, squeeze your bum. 3, 4, 5, catch yourself when you need to. 6, 7, you're going to be questioning what's in my water bottle. 8, 9, and 10. She finds it at the end. Hold it there, shake it off, give those legs a nice release, and then let's go back to the end of the mat. Roll it down, walk it out, chin to chest, slide the hands down the legs, walk out onto that mat. Find a nice strong plank if you can, shoulders back, back nice and long. Just get them tummy muscles working a little bit, and then control it down to the mat. More arms if you feel able, and into that swan dive. Stretch off those tummy muscles, and then roll back into your child's pose. Perfect. Let's go back onto our backs. And this time, we'll go for the full sit-up. So we're leaving the neck alone. It should be manageable for the neck. We pick a spot and look at it all the way through. Fingers to collarbones. If you can't do that, hands come forward, chin to the chest, and we're exhaling, squeezing the body up, and inhaling on the down, fighting gravity. Nice big range of movement. Big squeeze up, slow squeeze down. Exhale through the work. Inhale when gravity's helping you. Keep it controlled, try not to jerk. Make it easier if you're struggling. That's super. So pulling forward, using them tummy muscles. Try not to make it about your shoulders or your back. Last few. And then take as long as you can to get down from this last one. So curl that spine, squeeze that tummy. And there wasn't much resistance there from me. Okay, let's go to a normal bridge this time. So Feet a little bit wider apart. We're not in the frog leg this time. Feet are flat on the floor. And we're going to scoop, lift, and roll those hips. Squeeze your tummy muscles. Pause at the top. And then I want to get you to lift one leg. So find a position where your feet are happy for you to release one leg to the front. Bring it back in and change onto the other side. So we want as little movement as possible about the pelvis. You may feel your back try to join in a little bit. Control it down when you've done the two. Bring the hands over and then start all over again. So exhale, scoop, lift and roll it up. Squeeze your bum cheeks, your tummy and your thighs. And you can go the other way this time. So you can extend the other leg. If that works, try and keep these hips up. And then second leg, bring it in. Get back to that strong bridge. Squeeze your bum cheeks and fight gravity. Back down. Bring the arms over. Take it up again. If you want to change that slightly, you can just bring the leg to there if that's easier for you or harder for you. So you choose which one you like. So bring the leg above the body. Control it down. Try and pull this back up whenever it drops. Control the body down. Arms over. Let's go for one more of those. So scoop, lift and roll it up. Squeeze your bum cheeks, your thighs, your tummy. And again, we're bringing those legs up or we're extending to the front, or you can do both. Correct the pelvis before you move on to the second one. Leg comes up, extends, back down. Correct those hips, squeeze your bum, thighs and tummy, and take it down. Release and squeeze those knees. Well done. Okay, legs up. Check they're not too close. Back into your progression of dead bug. So we're back onto those abs. Squeezing it tight as we extend away. Bracing the core, legs and arms nice and long. Correcting that posture if you're starting to fatigue and push away from the mat. Exhale out, inhale in. That's lovely. Couple more. And back to center. Squeeze and release. Push them away. And back to curtsies. So opposite arm, opposite leg, tapping across the opposite side of the body. You can tap further away to make it trickier. You can do more taps. It's up to you. Squeeze those tummy muscles. Use that breathing. I think we're TikToking now. There we go. The coordination is half the battle with this one. And back to center when you're even. Squeeze those knees. Release and breathe. Well done. Stretch those arms and legs out long. A little bit more of an energetic one this time. We're hammering the abs tonight. Hopefully that's a good thing. So your heels are flexed, your legs are long, arms are long as well. And we're going to go for an alternate V-sit. So we're coming up, reaching for them toes and taking it back down. Exhaling to the top. Inhale to the bottom. If it doesn't work for you, take a different one that does. It's a little bit more energetic, a little bit more aggressive this one. So we're reaching for them toes and exploding up with the upper body, keeping the legs nice and long and chopping up like a pair of scissors. Perfect. Exhale through the work. Inhale as you lower. Last few. And relax, stretch the body out long. And hold it there. Squeeze your knees into your chest to release that back. And rolling onto one side. Again, one we've not visited in a while, I think. The clamshell. So head on your bicep like a pillow. Ankles come together, knees come together, and the hips are stacked. So we've got a few different options. We can stay where we are, lift the top leg, and then lower it back down. To make it trickier from there, we can elevate the ankles and then lift the top leg and feel the increase of tension in the hip. If that's still too easy, lift both legs, tummy muscles then firing to hold that position, and we're lifting that top leg and hovering that bottom leg. So you're going to feel your hips working more in the upper and lower leg, the inner thighs and the abs a lot more. So you choose your progression, and we're just going to go for 10s. We'll probably do 2 sets of 10 with a release in the middle. So you choose progression, I'm going in the middle. So lift to 1 and control it down. Squeeze those tummy muscles. 2, 3, 4. Lovely. 5, 6. Keep squeezing that core. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Control it down. Take a quick release if you want to, or you can push through. Same again. So you can go for that same progression again, or you can make it easier if you're struggling. So we're lifting for 1 and controlling it down. 2, 3. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. 4, 5. Starting to feel it in that lower leg now as well. 6, 7, 8, 9. It's burning. And 10. Bring it down. Bend that knee to the front. Release that hip and breathe. I think after those Superman tabletop clocks, that was a bit cheeky. Change sides when you're happy. Same again, hips are stacked. Biceps your pillow. Knees together, ankles together. So choose whichever progression you started on with those. Tummy muscles engaged. And when you're ready, exhale up, inhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. A little bit of a release if you need one. Quick rub, quick shake off. Back into position, back to that progression, and up for 1, 2, 3, good work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down, control it, and release to the front. Well done. Okay, let's roll onto our bellies and go into a quad stretch from there. So take hold of the foot by the lacy part of the shoe, or the top of the foot, or the back of the trousers, and we're going to push those hips towards your mat with the knees staying in alignment. On your side is fine too if you prefer. And then release and change size. And then slowly release there. Well done. Give those legs a shake off, push up from the floor, sink your hips down into the mat and take your head back. And then roll back into child's pose, lengthen the spine, open up the shoulders. And come back to neutral spine in the middle, up on all fours. Let's cat-cow. Lift the spine, lower the belly, and just mobilize everything. And finish off there. Bring it back to center. Then we're going to go back onto our backs to stretch up all those leg muscles. So take it down. And let's start on the hamstrings today. So legs nice and long, heel flex, toe towards your face, and bring that leg up and in. Take your arms behind the leg and pull it a little bit closer and hold and breathe. And then release, just straighten the leg up, don't go all the way to the floor. Bring it back in, and another 10 seconds. Hold it nice and tight. And then slowly release, lower down, and change sides. Same again, up and in. Hold the tension when you find it and breathe. And slowly release there, shake it off. First leg comes up and into your chest, hold and squeeze there. 20-second hold. And then pull the leg across the body to feel your hip and glute release. And then out to this side. Taking that knee closer to the floor, feeling the inner thigh stretching and releasing. And then slide the other leg up, rest your ankle against the knee, push this knee out to the side and pull the other leg in towards your tummy. And slowly release and relax that leg down. Other knee comes up and into the chest, hold and breathe. And then over the side. So easy. And then out to the side. Again, 20 seconds in each position. And then bring the other knee up, rest your ankle against the knee, push your knee out to the side and pull the other leg in. And then slowly release. Give those legs a nice shake off. Then feet together. Bring them in nice and close to your groin. Drop them down to the floor. And just let them knees sink out to the side. So hold and breathe there. And then bring the knees up. Give your legs a shake off. Wrap your hands around the back of the legs, roll up. And we're going to stretch the hip flexors just to finish. So 1 foot forward, stay on one knee, dig the toes in, and then tuck your bum under, pull your hips up. And if you need a little bit more, just sink forward into those hips to feel that nice stretch up the front there. So hold and breathe. Shoulders back, chest open. Another 10 seconds. Keep that tension on and then slowly roll the hips backwards and let's change sides. So you're onto the other knee now. Other foot comes forward. Nice 90-degree bend at the knee. Tuck your bum under, pull your hips up and forward a little bit if you need a bit more. Hands on the hips. Just breathe and hold. If it hurts your knee, you might prefer to rest that leg flat, but make sure you're still getting that angle at the hips. Just by doing that, I'm noticing a lot less in the stretch. And then slowly release, stick your bum out, and then stand up in your own time and shake it all off. Hopefully that's everything nice and stretched and feeling good for that.